So Freakier Friday is a fantasy comedy sequel movie coming 22 years after the classic original, and it was actually really good. I feel like Disney finally know how to do nostalgia properly, as you really respect the past whilst also bringing in the future, versus a number of other studios as well actually that have looked at bringing back movies and TV shows from the past and just desperate to hand over the baton to the new team. And they brought back themes from the previous installment but didn't necessarily just regurgitate it. For example, there is still mourning of a recently deceased person, there is clashing with a family member and learning a load of lessons along the way. But not only that, I feel like they were able to evolve the formula and also keep it original in terms of bringing in a grandkid into the mix along with the stepdaughter as well. And this may not have worked, but I feel like they were actually able to pull it off. I mean, for a number of different scenes, you are trying to figure out who is this person trying to play again? And they split up all of the actors in a good way, as obviously all of the fans want to see Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis doing what they do best, and I feel like their dynamic and all of the obstacles that they have to go through across this movie is actually really good. I feel like the kids are really good actors. I just wish that they were given better storyline material rather than just going to detention and then just going on a segue around town. I do have to say, I feel like the psychic was super cringe, but hands off to the producers. I think they did a really good job in terms of bringing everyone back pretty much from the first movie into this one, and I loved all of the cameos. For example, Mama P, and of course Elaine Hendricks, who played the brilliant role along with Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap. It's really great to see Chad Michael Murray back here, as of course he was the love interest in the first movie, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis, when she was playing the daughter, was flirting with him, so I'm glad that they retreaded that bit, but it was super cringe as well. When Lindsay Lohan's daughter is trying to impress this guy, all of those sequences in the record shop just weren't that great. And I just feel like in general, they could have just done so much more, given the fact that this was her teen crush, and I just feel like they really diluted the character, made him a bit of a comedy relief character, and just made him overly nice, which he wasn't in the original movie. And of course, everyone's gonna grow up over 22 years. I just feel like if you're gonna bring back Chad Michael Murray, at least give him better material to work with. And where was Harper's real dad? I feel like they didn't explore that whatsoever, so that could have been an interesting storyline as well. Manny Jacinto though was really good. I feel like you're really feeling for him, especially at the end, and it's a little bit heartbreaking when he's like, look, I'm actually the person that is going to not want to continue this wedding. And it was really great to have another pink slip rock band sequence, and I feel like they interwove that into the plot really well. And it's really great just in general with this film that they're not discarding all of the legacy characters and just wanting to focus on all of the bright shiny new young people. And I just hope that Hollywood takes this as a blueprint of, if you are going to bring back legacy storylines, at least appreciate and value and respect the legacy characters. So let's go through the core four now. So I feel like Lindsay Lohan does do a brilliant job, and I am just loving this Lindsay Lohan renaissance that we're all living through, as I feel like as far as comeback stories are concerned, she has absolutely brilliantly done it. And I feel like she equally plays the mother and the daughter trapped in the mother's body really well. It's equally great to see Jamie Lee Curtis back as well. I think she overacts a little bit when she's playing the granddaughter in the grandmother's body, but thankfully it's never cringe, and I am just loving the fact that she is so game for wanting to do loads of crazy things, and she literally does not hold back. Julia Butters is equally really great. She reminds me of a new version of Sinead Grimes, and she does a really good job as Anna, both as the daughter and granddaughter as well as the mother inside this girl's body. I just wish that she was given a bit more storyline material to work with, as she was really good in the first act of this movie, as you're really believing this rivalry and not wanting to move to London. But then in the second and third act, this actress was pretty much sidelined, which is fair enough, as obviously you want to focus on Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I just feel like Julia Butters could have done a little bit more with Anna. And similarly, Sophia Hammons could have done way more in the second and third act of this movie, but thankfully, at least very similarly to Julia Butters, she was really good in the first act. So overall, Freakier Friday was really good, and it's really brilliant to see Disney returning back to form in terms of doing what they do best, as they absolutely delivered with this movie. I know Lindsay Lohan said that she would not do it if it wasn't a theatrical release, but I do feel like it does feel like more of a streaming movie. But that being said, you are going to have a really great time with this movie, and so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give Freakier Friday a solid 7 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of Freakier Friday? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.